Ho, ho, ho.
Well, I'm blaming the Canadians.
For all the wrongs in the world?
Not all of them, but I am blaming them for the weather.
Are you blaming them for Jedward?
I'm blaming them... I think everyone's to blame for Jedward, don't you? Now, I think it's actually... Look, can you see? This is a clue. The last couple of days have been miserable. It started to rain back up here in north of Sweden. That's very unseasonal weather, Trev. It is like sheet ice out there. And
horrible.
And quite frankly, it's the Canadians. They pulled out of Kyoto a couple of days ago. Since then, the weather's been useless. I think it's global warming. What do you think?
Well, what you're basically saying then is that it's God's wrath.
Could well be. Could well be. Are we on, by the way, Trev?
Been on for ages, mate.
Are we on? Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another day. Trev, where is it now? What are we? 14. Are we over halfway? We're over halfway, aren't we? Yet another Christmas beer here on BeerSweden's Advent Beer Calendar 2011. Actually, that did me the world of good, actually, Trev. We've got a beer today. Let's crash it. I'll tell you what.
Let's get a move on then.
Do you notice the last episode was over 7 minutes long?
I know,
Not
ridiculous.
Not good enough. We're going to have to be a little bit quicker. So let's do it. Let's do it. This beer that we're going to try today, on this rainiest of days, is this one.
Nisse.
Nisse. Can you translate that, please, Trev, for all the Swedish-speaking people out there?
Nisse.
Okay, thank you. Let's pour it up. Now, Nisse is a beer that has been produced by Slottskällans. Yeah. It's a beer that a couple of years ago, Trev, actually no, sorry, last year on the Advent Beer Calendar, no, the year before, I tried and said that if this had been a Christmas present, I'd have taken it back in the January sales.
Oh dear.
So I wasn't really that chuffed with it then. Wasn't that impressed with it, but as I do believe that there may have been a few little changes, some tweaks and so on and so forth. It's 5.3% now in terms of alcohol. Let's hedge dive rather quickly on it, but let's give it a little whirl, shall we, to try and sort of wake it up, shall we? And have a little look at that, Trev. Can you see that? It's a very sort of like, again, it's one of those sort of amber, very sort of amber coloured beers. Head's really having a bit of a difficult time building and then collapsing quite quickly. Let's give it a little sniffy sniff sniff. Actually quite nice. You've got some coffee, you've got some nice sort of almost overripe fruit action going on. Quite interesting sort of malt character to this one. Yeah, like overripe fruit. Papaya, almost. Weird. Not what I was expecting at all, to be honest with you. And there's some ginger as well. There's some definite ginger. I keep thinking of that sushi meal that I had a couple of days ago. But that sort of flaked, very sort of thinly carved, sliced ginger. Let's crash straight into it, Trev. Nice caramel sorts of notes to it. This is much better. I will not be taking this one back in the January sales. Trev, I'll be keeping this one. A little bit thin, I have to say straight away. Quite watery mouthfeel.
I like their beers. Can I have a quick go?
Have a little go. The ginger really doesn't transport into the mouth terribly much. Light sort of caramel to it. Quite
oh yeah, it's definitely got the mouth is filled. It's not the same as the nose.
No, it is quite thin, isn't it? It really is quite watery.
It's not bad though.
But it's not too bad. And I think that's really where it sort of sits, isn't it? Not too bad. And not too bad on our scale of 1 to 5 in the hose system.
So is it a ho-ho?
That's almost like, it's between 2 and 3 hose, isn't it? Do you
Yeah.
think this one? It's really sort of 2.5 hose, but we can't do that. Where should we go?
Are people still sending in their hose?
There haven't been, actually. There haven't been. And if anyone
that was quite good, actually. I enjoyed that.
Please send them in. Darren at BeerSweden.se. Send your hose in, and we obviously will try our best to, because this is live, of course, Trev.
Yeah.
We'll try our best.
If they come in the next few seconds, then
in the next few seconds you may have a chance, but otherwise, obviously you'll miss the boat. But send in your hose if you've got any. 5 hose would be great, and obviously we can cut it down and down to, on this particular instance, down to.
I'd on the side. I'll tell you what, I'd give them the benefit of the doubt because I like their beers. You know, we've raved about a few, haven't we?
Actually, the ginger's coming through quite nicely.
It's not. I can feel it. Yeah,
it's quite nice. I think.
Go on, give it a 3.
We're going to give it a 3. Let's give it a 3. It's a 3 ho. It's a 3 ho. Nisse from Slottskällans. Oh, by the way, let me just do the little clip. Still jingly, still jangly.
Jingly jangly.
Jingly jangly. There's all the stats from the September lager. Until tomorrow, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow on BeerSweden's Advent Beer Calendar 2011.
You've forgotten to say something.
What?
Cheers and beers.
Oh, and cheers and beers.
Ho, ho, ho.